Have you ever stopped to think that the daily bath you've trusted your entire life, the one that always made you feel clean, fresh, and renewed, might actually be working against you after 70? What if that soothing shower or relaxing soak you depend on is quietly stripping your skin's natural protection, draining your energy, or even increasing your risk of a dangerous fall? It sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? For decades, we've been told that bathing more often means better hygiene. But as we age, the rules change, and the truth might just shock you. In this video, we'll uncover how often seniors should really bathe and why what you've always believed could be outdated. We'll explore the surprising ways aging transforms your skin, the hidden health risks you never considered, and how your idea of clean should evolve after 70. Stay with me until the end as we reveal 7 surprising facts that could change the way you and your loved ones approach daily hygiene. You'll also learn a simple doctor-approved tip that helps seniors stay fresh and healthy without ever stepping into a slippery bathroom. Daily baths can actually harm senior skin. Aging is a natural journey, and after the age of 70, your skin undergoes remarkable changes that alter its structure and function. Decades of research from institutions like the University of Pittsburgh and the University of California, San Francisco, have shown that the skin becomes significantly thinner with age. The outer layer, the epidermis, loses density, while the underlying dermis weakens, reducing elasticity and resilience. As we age, our skin's natural production of collagen and elastin begins to slow, weakening its structure and elasticity. The sebaceous glands, which once released protective oils to keep the skin soft and supple, drastically reduce their output. Sweat glands also become less active, making it harder for the skin to maintain proper moisture levels. The result is a complexion that becomes noticeably drier, thinner, and far more delicate, lacking the natural barrier that once defended it from environmental stress. For older adults, this vulnerability can easily turn into a real health concern. Frequent bathing, especially with hot water, harsh soaps, or long soaking sessions, strips away what little sebum remains, the skin's essential protective oil, leaving it exposed and defenseless. Dermatologists warn that this doesn't just cause temporary dryness, it triggers a cascade of skin deterioration. The first sign is a feeling of tightness or mild irritation, which can quickly progress to persistent itching as the weakened barrier struggles to retain moisture. In more advanced cases, a condition known as xerosis, from the Greek word for dry, can develop. This turns the skin rough, scaly, and sometimes cracked, with fissures that sting at every movement. These cracks aren't harmless. They can bleed, allowing infection to set in or worsen existing skin conditions like dermatitis. But the damage doesn't stop there. Chronic dryness can disrupt sleep, cause pain when dressing, and create ongoing discomfort that affects daily life. Imagine trying to rest while constant itching keeps you awake, or feeling your clothes rub against irritated skin all day. For many seniors, something as simple as a daily bath, once a source of refreshment, can quietly become a source of distress. For seniors dealing with arthritis or limited mobility, even the act of bathing can already be exhausting. Add skin damage to the mix, and what once felt refreshing becomes a burden. Research shows that hot water worsens this problem by dissolving lipids, the fatty compounds that protect the skin's barrier, while alkaline soaps disrupt its natural pH balance, which normally stays between 4.5 and 5.5. For older adults, this isn't just about comfort or appearance, it's a serious health issue. When the skin barrier is compromised, it becomes less capable of defending against bacteria, fungi, and allergens, increasing the risk of infections or worsening chronic conditions like ulcers. What begins as a simple hygiene routine can, over time, quietly weaken the body's natural defenses. Here's the surprising truth. Bathing less often may actually protect seniors from infection. In a world that equates cleanliness with frequent washing, this finding challenges everything we've been taught. Studies published in the New England Journal of Medicine revealed that older adults who bathed less frequently experienced fewer skin tears, those small, fragile breaks in the skin that might seem harmless, but often lead to serious complications. Unlike youthful skin, which can recover quickly, aging skin heals slowly and is more prone to irritation. So, reducing the frequency of baths isn't about neglecting hygiene. It's about preserving the skin's natural defenses and promoting long-term health. Unlike youthful skin that quickly recovers from small scrapes, aging skin becomes paper-thin and slow to heal. Reduced blood flow, a weaker immune system, and slower cell turnover, all natural effects of aging, make recovery take far longer than it once did. These small tears can easily become open doors for bacteria such as Staphylococcus aureus or Streptococcus, which may lead to cellulitis, abscesses, or, in severe cases, life-threatening infections like sepsis. The link between bathing habits and skin tears lies in how water and soap interact with aging skin. Frequent washing, especially with hot water, erodes the lipid barrier, a microscopic layer of fats and oils that hold skin cells together and locks in moisture. Harsh detergents make matters worse by breaking down structural proteins like keratin, leaving the skin brittle and fragile. Imagine simply pulling on a sweater or brushing against a rough surface. What once was harmless can now cause painful splits in the skin. Even scrubbing, often done to feel clean, adds more friction and stress, further weakening the skin's delicate structure over time. This ongoing cycle of washing and drying creates countless tiny abrasions, each one a potential entry point for harmful pathogens. By contrast, seniors who bathe less frequently, say every other day or just 2 to 3 times a week, allow their skin to retain its natural oils and rebuild its defenses. Gentle spot cleaning with a damp cloth in key areas like the underarms or groin can maintain hygiene without exposing the entire body to harsh washing. The benefits of this approach are significant: fewer skin tears, less discomfort, fewer medical visits, and a reduced risk of infection overall. For many older adults, complications from skin infections or wounds can lead to hospital stays, especially for those with limited mobility or access to proper care. But there's another danger that's far more immediate and often overlooked. For seniors, the bathroom isn't just a place to get clean, it's a potential hazard zone. Daily bathing, though well-intentioned, greatly increases this risk. The American Geriatric Society has long warned that falls remain one of the leading causes of injury and death among older adults. Statistics from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, reveal a sobering truth. More than 1 in 4 adults over 65 experiences a fall each year. These incidents result in millions of emergency visits, countless fractures, and in many cases, fatalities. For those over 70, the danger rises even higher as muscle strength declines, reflexes slow, and conditions such as arthritis, neuropathy, or osteoporosis affect balance and stability. Add wet, slippery bathroom surfaces, glossy tiles coated with soap, or a smooth bathtub floor, and the setting becomes a minefield for anyone with mobility issues. Each daily bath means one more trip across a wet floor, one more chance to lose footing. While we rarely think of hygiene as hazardous, the truth is that for many seniors, the risk of falling in the bathroom far outweighs the risk of missing a single shower. For many older adults, simply stepping into the tub can feel like running an obstacle course. Lifting one leg over the edge, balancing on a wet surface, or trying to get out while still dripping. All of it adds to the danger. Add steam that clouds vision, the heat that can cause lightheadedness, and the fatigue of standing too long, and the odds of a misstep increase dramatically. The American Geriatric Society notes that most bathing routines occur during times when fatigue is already high. Early morning grogginess or evening tiredness, further compounding the risk. And for seniors, a fall in this setting is rarely minor. It can result in a broken hip, a head injury, or a chain of complications that slowly erode independence and quality of life. Now consider the alternative. Reducing bathing to once or twice a week, supplemented by sponge baths or quick sink washes for essential areas. This simple shift can cut bathroom exposure and fall risk by half or more. The trade-off is clear. A touch of sweat or a faint odor is far less dangerous than a fractured femur or concussion. For seniors living alone or with limited assistance, avoiding a fall could mean the difference between staying safely at home and moving into assisted care. While practical tools like grab bars, non-slip mats, or seated showers offer support, the most effective solution addresses the root cause: fewer unnecessary trips into a risky environment. Research confirms it. Fall prevention strategies that focus on reducing exposure to hazards result in a measurable decline in injuries among older adults. Prioritizing safety over outdated hygiene routines isn't just sensible, it's life-preserving. Reevaluating your bathing routine isn't just a smart choice, it's a life-saving shift in priorities that puts overall well-being first. Believe it or not, your body is naturally designed to clean itself. It might sound surprising, but this remarkable self-maintenance system doesn't require a single drop of water or soap. This isn't a modern wellness trend. It's biology perfected over millions of years of evolution. The skin is far from a passive surface. It's a living ecosystem, filled with beneficial bacteria, natural oils, and a delicate balance of pH and moisture, all working together to keep it strong, healthy, and cleaner than most people realize. For seniors whose skin already struggles with age-related fragility, overbathing disrupts this intricate system by washing away the very defenses that protect it. By bathing less frequently and allowing the skin to do its job, we preserve this natural harmony, proof that sometimes nature truly knows best. At the heart of this process is the skin microbiome, a thriving community of microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, and even microscopic mites that live peacefully on its surface. Far from being harmful, most of these tiny residents are beneficial partners. Species like Cutibacterium acnes and Staphylococcus epidermidis feed on dead skin cells, sweat, and oils, breaking them down into harmless byproducts while outcompeting harmful pathogens. These helpful microbes even produce antimicrobial compounds, like microscopic shields, that fend off invaders such as Staphylococcus aureus, a common cause of skin infections. Meanwhile, sebum, the skin's natural oil, creates a protective coating that locks in moisture and supports this entire self-cleaning ecosystem. This natural system works like a well-coordinated team. Sebum forms a thin film that locks in moisture and repels dirt, while dead skin cells shed naturally through a process called desquamation, taking grime and impurities with them. Together, these elements, microbes, oils, and cell renewal, maintain the skin's delicate balance without the need for constant scrubbing. Frequent bathing, however, disrupts this harmony. Hot water dissolves the sebum layer, leaving the skin dry and defenseless. Harsh soaps with high pH levels destroy beneficial bacteria, upsetting the microbiome's balance and creating opportunities for irritation and infection. For seniors, whose oil production and microbial diversity are already declining with age, this over-cleansing can easily shift the skin from health to harm. Research published in leading dermatology journals, including the Journal of Investigative Dermatology, confirms that excessive washing is linked to higher rates of dryness, eczema flare-ups, and even allergic reactions, all signs of a system thrown off balance. By contrast, bathing just a few times a week, using mild pH-balanced cleansers when needed, allows the skin to stabilize naturally. Odor, the main hygiene concern, can be managed through targeted washing of high-sweat areas like the underarms and groin, while letting the rest of the body maintain its own rhythm. For older adults, this approach is both practical and freeing. It reduces the physical strain of bathing, protects skin integrity, and honors the way the human body was meant to function. After all, for centuries, people lived healthy lives with minimal bathing, trusting nature's own toolkit long before daily showers became a modern habit. Daily bathing only became the norm in the 20th century. Seniors today can learn from earlier generations who relied on the body's natural resilience to maintain cleanliness and balance. The result is healthier, less irritated skin, proof that stepping back from the soap can sometimes be a step forward for overall well-being. Experts in dermatology and geriatrics are now challenging the long-held belief that more washing means better hygiene. In fact, leading specialists recommend that seniors bathe just once or twice a week. This isn't about neglecting cleanliness. It's an intentional, evidence-based adjustment designed to meet the unique needs of aging skin and bodies. Far from being a sign of poor hygiene, this approach reflects modern science's growing understanding that excessive washing can do more harm than good, especially after 70. It represents a major shift away from the daily bathing culture many of us were raised with, toward a more thoughtful, health-focused routine. These recommendations are supported by a wide range of experts, dermatologists, geriatricians, and medical researchers, who have studied how aging affects the body's natural defenses. Their findings all point to one conclusion: preserving the skin's balance is far more beneficial than over-cleansing it. Organizations such as the American Academy of Dermatology and specialists from institutions like Johns Hopkins University emphasize that frequent bathing isn't a one-size-fits-all rule. As we've learned, aging skin becomes thinner, drier, and less oily, making it more vulnerable to damage from water and soap. But this advice goes beyond skincare. It's about aligning hygiene with a person's overall health and daily lifestyle. Experts stress that how often a senior should bathe depends on several factors: activity level, health condition, and comfort. A retired individual who spends most days indoors doesn't accumulate the same sweat or dirt as a younger, active person, or even an older adult who enjoys gardening every day. Someone managing incontinence or chronic wounds may need focused cleaning, but not necessarily a full body soak. This personalized approach replaces the outdated belief that daily baths are a universal standard, a notion rooted more in 20th century marketing and soap advertisements than in actual medical science. For seniors, the evidence tells a different story. Studies show that overbathing is linked to higher rates of irritation, skin breakdown, and even pressure sores, while less frequent washing helps preserve the skin's natural barrier and resilience. There's also a practical side. Bathing once or twice a week, with gentle spot cleaning of areas like the face, hands, or groin, is often all that's needed to stay fresh and clean without exhausting the body. Even odor, the main reason many bathe daily, can usually be managed with simple measures like deodorant, a quick wipe, or a change of clothes. For seniors, this isn't about cutting corners. It's about adapting wisely to what their bodies truly need. Sometimes, less really is more when guided by science and common sense. Daily bathing might seem harmless, even routine, but for many adults over 70, it's far from easy. What used to be a simple act of self-care can become an exhausting challenge that takes a heavy toll on the body. Research published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, highlights this often overlooked truth. Bathing can drain energy, strain aging muscles, and even trigger debilitating symptoms. What once felt effortless, stepping into the shower, standing under warm water, or climbing out of the tub, can feel like running a marathon as strength fades, joints stiffen, and stamina declines. Reducing bath frequency doesn't just protect the skin or lower the risk of falls. It also preserves valuable energy, turning bathing into a manageable, restorative routine instead of a draining chore. The physical demands are more intense than most realize. Standing for 10 or 15 minutes under warm water can strain the cardiovascular system, especially in seniors with heart disease or circulation problems. Heat dilates blood vessels, which can drop blood pressure suddenly, causing dizziness or fainting, dangerous in a slippery environment. For those with chronic respiratory issues like COPD, the steam itself can make breathing difficult, leaving them gasping for air. And for millions of older adults with arthritis, nearly half of those over 65 according to the CDC, every movement becomes a challenge. Bending to wash feet, reaching to scrub the back, or gripping a bar of soap can inflame stiff joints, turning bathing into an ordeal of discomfort. Even getting in and out of the tub requires balance and leg strength that may have weakened over time, particularly for those with neuropathy or reduced sensation in their feet. And the effort doesn't end there. Toweling off, drying hard-to-reach areas, and dressing afterward can sap whatever energy remains, sometimes leaving seniors so fatigued they need to rest immediately. That lingering exhaustion doesn't just fade, it cuts into the day's rhythm. It can mean skipping a walk, missing meal prep, or dozing off instead of spending time with family and friends. For those living with frailty or chronic fatigue, daily bathing can quietly drain their energy reserves, pushing them into a cycle of depletion that slowly erodes independence. Now imagine a lighter, more balanced approach, bathing once or twice a week, perhaps using a shower chair or handheld nozzle to reduce strain. This simple adjustment helps preserve stamina for what truly matters: playing with grandchildren, enjoying a favorite hobby, or simply savoring the day without fatigue. Research consistently supports this approach. Studies show that seniors who reduce bathing frequency report lower levels of tiredness and higher overall mood. Conserving energy not only supports physical strength, but also enhances mental well-being, allowing older adults to feel more vibrant and engaged in daily life. For seniors, cutting back on baths isn't a sign of neglect. It's a strategic step toward maintaining vitality. It's about protecting the body's limited energy and transforming bath time from a draining task into a sustainable, health-promoting routine. Hand washing, oral care, fresh clothes, and regular grooming create a smart self-care routine that keeps seniors clean and confident without the risks of frequent bathing. This isn't about lowering standards. It's about redefining them to match the realities of aging. After all, effective hygiene isn't determined by how much water you use, but by how thoughtfully you care for yourself. Take wet wipes, for example. These pre-moistened essentials offer a gentle, practical way to freshen up key areas like the underarms, groin, or face, places where sweat and bacteria often accumulate. They're soft on fragile skin, need no rinsing, and eliminate the danger of slipping in a wet bathroom. Then there's hand washing, the cornerstone of infection prevention. By targeting the areas most exposed to germs, like fingertips that touch food or surfaces, it keeps you protected without requiring a full body wash. Oral care also plays a major role. Though often overlooked, brushing, flossing, and rinsing with mouthwash not only maintain fresh breath, but also guard against bacteria that cause gum disease and inflammation. Wearing clean clothes daily, especially light and breathable fabrics, helps wick away moisture and reduce odor. A simple comb-through or quick wipe of the hair can maintain a tidy, refreshed appearance. Add in small touches like deodorant or a light body mist, and you've got a hygiene routine that's both effective and manageable. This approach isn't just practical. It's transformative for seniors dealing with limited mobility, balance issues, or other health challenges. It proves that maintaining cleanliness and dignity doesn't require a tub full of water, just a smarter, gentler way of caring for the body. For many seniors, the thought of wrestling with a shower head or stepping into a slippery tub can be intimidating. But wiping down with a warm cloth or simply changing into fresh clothes feels much more manageable. In colder climates, where damp hair and chilly bathrooms can trigger shivers or even raise the risk of pneumonia, options like dry shampoo or a warm washcloth easily outshine a full bath. Research supports this shift. Studies published in Geriatric Nursing found that seniors who adopted these bathing alternatives reported feeling just as clean and socially confident as those who bathed daily, yet they experienced fewer skin problems and far less fatigue. It's a dignity-preserving approach, especially for those who rely on caregivers, because it allows them to maintain hygiene on their own terms instead of following a rigid routine. Ultimately, good hygiene isn't about endless soap and water. It's about finding what truly works for each individual. For older adults, it becomes a flexible, low-risk art of self-care, rooted in comfort, safety, and respect. The takeaway is clear. For people over 70, the daily bath ritual, once seen as the hallmark of health, may actually be undermining it. Mounting evidence shows that aging skin, thinner and less protected, suffers under constant washing, becoming dry, itchy, and prone to cracks. Beyond that, the dangers of slippery bathrooms and physical exhaustion far outweigh the minor inconvenience of a little dirt. And here's the irony. Your body already knows how to protect itself. Beneficial bacteria, natural oils, and steady cell renewal work together to keep the skin balanced and resilient. When we overwash, we disrupt this harmony. When we slow down, we allow it to thrive. Together, these insights reveal an undeniable truth. Sometimes bathing less truly means living healthier and stronger. Bathing once or twice a week, adjusted to personal needs, could be the key to healthier skin, fewer risks, and a better quality of life. This isn't just a casual suggestion, it's where science and practicality meet. Experts in dermatology and geriatrics, along with respected institutions like the American Geriatric Society, the New England Journal of Medicine, and JAMA, all agree. Overbathing often harms more than it helps, while a balanced routine protects and preserves health. Imagine the difference. Skin that stays soft instead of dry and cracked, mornings free from fatigue or the danger of slippery floors, and energy saved for the moments that truly matter, like a pleasant walk or a good conversation. This isn't about giving up on hygiene. It's about redefining it. Swap the daily soak for a gentle wipe, a hot shower for a clean shirt, and trust your body to do what it was designed to do. The key is personalization. A 75-year-old who still runs marathons will need a different approach than someone who spends more time resting. Climate, culture, and health conditions all shape what's right for you. That's why consulting a healthcare provider can help find the perfect balance, one that aligns medical knowledge with individual needs. Who would have thought that stepping away from the tub could actually mean stepping toward better living? It's a quiet but powerful shift in how we view self-care, a chance for seniors to let go of old habits and embrace a gentler, safer, and more vibrant way to age. Less water, less risk, more life. That's the unexpected truth about bathing after 70, and it's one worth remembering. The truth about how often seniors should bathe after 70 may surprise you. Sometimes, less really is more when it comes to staying healthy, safe, and comfortable. We've explored how daily bathing can dry and weaken aging skin, raise the risk of falls, and even work against your body's natural self-cleaning process. Experts now agree that bathing once or twice a week is often enough to keep you clean, protected, and feeling your best. It's a lot to take in, isn't it? But think for a moment. What part of this message resonated with you most? Maybe it's realizing that your skin needs rest as much as your muscles do. Or perhaps it's the idea that a warm wipe or clean shirt can replace a risky daily shower. Whatever stood out, try applying it in your own life or share it with someone you love. Caring for yourself after 70 isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters most, wisely and gently. Wishing you good health, happiness, and peace always. And remember to subscribe to my channel, Healthy Aging Blueprint, for more trusted tips to help you live stronger and age gracefully.